متابعينا الكرام وضيوفنا الأعزاء، نبدأ الآن كلمة تحت عنوان المستقبل الرقمي مع رئيس وكالة رويترز للأنباء مايكل فريدنبرغ.
Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Friedenberg, and I'm the president of Reuters. I'm delighted to be giving this virtual address and would like to thank the Arab Media Forum for the opportunity to speak today. I've been invited to talk around the theme of the future is digital and would like to share some observations on the current state of our industry before looking at our digital future. The world has changed dramatically since the last Arab Media Forum, and before we look to the future, we have to consider where we are now. Most critically, the global COVID-19 pandemic continues to shape our daily lives as the race for a vaccine continues on. In times like these, trusted news is more important than ever. Globally, news organizations have a responsibility to provide accurate information to help people make smart personal and professional decisions. At Reuters, we are delighted to have been able to supply clients, including many attending this very conference, with trusted global news throughout the crisis, which we hope complements your own newsrooms. But news organizations are feeling the impact of COVID-19, just like other industries and businesses across the world. In addition, there are other global changes we have to respond to, including geopolitical factors such as the rise of economic nationalism, growth in e-commerce, and the weaponization of information. Societal changes like the shift to mobile, the focus on sustainability, and the impact of the global equality movement. And technological changes embodied in the fundamental shift from a content to commerce and now cognitive-based web. These changes have converged with the pandemic to cause profound disruption in the media industry in a number of ways. Our business models are challenged as platforms dominate digital advertising and become the new gatekeepers of information. New technologies like AI, machine learning, change content creation, data gathering, and monetization. We're seeing further consolidation amongst media companies to achieve scale and efficiencies. We feel the threat of commoditization as the digital ecosystem blurs the lines between publishers and broadcasters, professional and individual, and even UGC creators. And we all face what has been called a crisis of trust as misinformation proliferates, including false or misleading information about COVID-19. Our organizations have to adapt to these challenges, or we will become relics of an analog age. But how should we do that? First, we have to build trust. Reuters editor-in-chief Steve Adler recently wrote that in order to be trusted, we must be trustworthy. That means fair, independent, high-quality journalism, which is even more critical in times like these. We should double down on helping the world share reliable information. I think we will look back on this year 20 years from now and say it was a pivotal moment for our industry in the maturation of how content is ingested and digested. Historically, the content supply chain has been the creation of content followed by the distribution. With the growth of the internet and platform companies, we quickly found out that we needed to add a third pillar, that of verification. Now we must deliver a new supply chain in which the sequence is creation, followed by verification, and finally distribution. In doing that, we make sure we are part of the solution when it comes to fake news. Next, we have to relentlessly innovate in how we produce and share content. This means investing in cutting-edge back-end technology, improving products based on customer experience and feedback, and controlling our distribution channels as much as we can. Many publishers believe that social platforms would save the business and gave away too much control. Media organizations need to take control of their own futures, and especially their distribution, not cede that control to others. Because put simply, investing in quality content and leveraging distribution channels, including the full range of digital subscriptions, audio, video, pictures, data, and events, will help media companies grow. Simultaneously, we should transform our businesses and find new ways to diversify. This means embracing the potential opportunities of AI to strengthen journalism and build new revenue streams. Building data journalism, and in the world of cognitive web, seeing the trillions of machines as potential customers. The key of any successful media organization today is to not get stuck in midfield. If you're a horizontal player, you have to have tremendous scale. If you're a vertical player, you need to have incredible depth. But if you're caught in the middle, trying that hybrid approach, I truly think that in the upcoming years, you will feel some pain. This transformation should also recognize our role in society. Journalism is both a business and a public service. The power of facts to inform public discourse, combat misinformation, and accurately document history is at the core of what we do. We have a responsibility to educate news consumers in the face of misinformation. To fully address the problem, we have to work on two sides of the model, supplying accurate, impartial news on one side and educating users on how to discern between real and fake news on the other. Defending independent journalism and supporting media literacy should both remain part of our mission. Next, we must invest in our people. They are by far our greatest asset and should be nurtured and protected. Their safety is paramount, particularly when hostility towards journalists is all too common. We should also make sure we have a diverse workforce that accurately represents the world we report on and create an inclusive culture. Our organization should be places where people do their very best work by being provided the right environment, tools, and support. Finally, we must recognize the power of partnerships in this new media ecosystem. Of course, there will always be healthy competition within our industry, but we need to forge strong, long-lasting alliances that benefit us and our customers. This can take the form of collaborative journalism, industry coalitions, new commercial business opportunities, content sharing, or shared platforms. Our industry is facing the same challenges. We have an opportunity by coming together to work in strategic partnership of ensuring that all boats rise with the tide. Which is why I'm so thrilled to be talking to you today, a moment where our industry can come together. COVID-19 has profoundly disrupted our lives and our businesses. Changing customer behavior, geopolitical upheaval, and technological advances will present us with both existential threats and incredible opportunities. One thing is very clear. We must embrace change and transform our businesses by building on our UVP and trusted news. The digital world needs reliable information more now than ever. By working together and sharing insights and collaborating on these approaches, I believe we can come out of this pandemic and 2020 even stronger. I sincerely hope our colleagues at the Arab Media Forum and all of you joining today from around the world remain safe and well. Thank you, and here's to a prosperous 2021 and a bright digital future.